Hi Sagittarius, welcome to the Modern Spiritualist. My name is Raheem. Today I'm going to do the August general reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you know your sun sign and it's Sagittarius, you are in the right place. If you know your moon and your rising signs, make sure to look for those as well. I went ahead and already pulled the spread. I did a few cards for each week to get you through the month of August. Of course, it's not going to be like definitively first week, second week, third week, fourth week. It's going to fluctuate a little bit. Some of these energies are going to hang around for longer than others, and everybody's situation is going to be a little bit different, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I pulled the Thoth, Thoth, spread for the main energies, and then I did an overlay of an Albano weight deck to clarify the Thoth cards and bring more insight into your situation. In the first week of August, we have the Nine of Cups. Lovely, and it's paired with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. In the second week of August, we have the Ace of Discs, and that is paired with the Six of Swords. And then clarifying those energies, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. In the third week of August, we have the Four of Cups, and that is paired with the Ace of Cups. And in the fourth week, we have the King of Wands, and that is paired with the Knight of Swords. Okay. So, right off the bat, coming into the beginning of the week, beginning of the month, it looks good for you. The Nine of Cups, I feel a lot of flow. I get the sense that maybe some blocks have been released recently leading up to this month. You may feel very creative or very artistic at this time. I get the sense that you guys are really feeling yourselves and feeling in your element and feeling like you're getting a lot of things done and you're attracting energies to you that you would like. I feel a real sense of attraction. I feel like manifestation is on point and you guys are just doing really, really well. Paired with the Knight of Pentacles in the reversal, this comes with a warning to just be careful that you're not riding the high of your feelings to the point that you're neglecting your day-to-day. When we get into kind of like ecstatic states like this, it can be kind of easy to neglect some of the other things in our lives that are more mundane but important, right? So this Nine of Pentacles is just saying if you're kind of like neglecting your responsibilities to party or anything like that, there's nothing wrong with having fun, but make sure that you are taking care of the things you need to take care of so that you can express your joy and your happiness and your ecstasy more freely without, kind of like your foundation falling apart behind the scenes, right? So just be mindful of that. In the second week of August, we have the Ace of Discs, and that's paired with the Six of Swords. Let's start with the Ace of Discs. So whatever kind of joy that you're riding here in this first week, I get the sense that you are coming back down to earth in the second week, but you're bringing with you all of the kind of the energies that you accessed when you were writing this Knight of Cups energy. And with that access to these really feel-good emotions, this joy, self-confidence, wish fulfillment, abundance, those kinds of things, you are thinking about how you're going to ground those things into reality. It's kind of like you had access or like a window into like a higher frequency, and now it's like, okay, how do I maintain this frequency? How do I bring this frequency into my life? Because if you can do that, everybody can travel up at times and experience a high point, but if you can experience that high point and bring that back down into your manifestation, into the physical material world, that's the difficult part, but that's the part that has sustaining power, and that's the kind of alchemical process that can actually change your life, right? So you have the capability of bringing some of those frequencies into your day-to-day, and it's paired with the Six of Swords, which means that 1, your intellect's on point, 2, your intuition's on point, and 3, you are in a transitory phase where you're kind of heading from one energetic place to another. And so there's change here. There's positive change. It feels kind of more like a flow. Like I said, it's not like a phase shift as much as it is you're kind of slowly kind of going down a current, into this kind of like new situation that you're creating for yourselves. With the Wheel of Fortune in the reversed, all I'm getting from that is what you want to see happen, like what the ultimate outcome for you, like what the wish would be. you're just going to have to wait a little while. Things aren't going to change for you in the physical material world right away. So just keep that in mind. Keep in mind that you're planting the seeds right now, and you may not see, the results of that gestation until later. And so what can happen with when this kind of thing happens, when you're kind of asked to wait, one, you can kind of lose steam and like the things that you're cultivating to get yourself to a new place. You can kind of lose heart halfway through, or worse, towards the very end, and then you kind of just give up because it feels like it's not going anywhere, right? And that giving up point is actually what creates that lack of success that you may be craving. And so, what this Wheel of Fortune is asking you to do is to make sure that you stay consistent, stay persistent, and keep doing the things that you're doing, because this is less about success and more about, are you willing to be patient and persistent and consistent enough to manifest this thing for you in the future? Are you willing to do the grunt work? Are you willing to have the staying power from beginning and middle all the way to the end, so that you actually see the results of what you're doing right now? Okay, so just be mindful of that as well. In the third week of August, we have the Four of Cups, which I get the sense that you guys are kind of having towards the end of the month like a bit of a down low moment. I don't get the sense that you're emotionally in a terrible place. I think you just may be energetically very tired. And if you are in this place where, you've reached this high point and you're trying to bring it down into earth, what you're doing is you're kind of recalibrating yourself at the molecular level, and that can be quite tiring. So make sure to give yourselves some time for self-care coming into the third week of August. And don't be afraid to say no. Say no to plans that just don't feel good to you. Say no to job offers or other opportunities that don't feel like it really resonates with where you're at now, because remember, you're at a new place energetically than you were before. So you may be resonating higher than some of the things that have been coming into your life up until this point. So you can say no to things that no longer match your resonance. And we can get in the habit, right, in our physical material world of kind of taking on the same kind of things that we were taking on before, just because we're used to them, even though we're at a place now where we can actually be manifesting at a higher frequency and attracting kind of the next level of things that we want to attract. So you may just kind of be feeling that, this fight between what is habit and where you are at now in this new place that you found yourself. So don't be afraid to say no, and don't be afraid to lie low for a week and just kind of allow things to gestate on their own. It's paired with the Ace of Cups, so again, I think that's just repeating for me that you guys are actually feeling really good, but you may be feeling a little bit more solitary. You may be a little less willing to take on the things that normally you would want to take on. And this Ace of Cups energy is like emotional rebirth. So you guys are really basking in your own glow right now, and there is no need to interrupt that flow. Just let it flow, while it feels good to do so. You're gonna have to come out of it eventually and do things, but give yourself some time. Give yourself some time to sit with new energy, so that it can seep even more deeply, into you at like the atomic level, so that you become this new being with this new frequency that you're channeling, right? And in the fourth week of August, we have the King of Wands. So after this little gestation period, I get the sense that it may be kind of like a light switch, like something flicks on for you, and you're kind of like, go, go, go. This is a very leadership-heavy card, so you may be, for those of you in positions of leadership, you may be pioneering or like launching new projects, whether that's career, home life, family life, romantic life, hobbies and interests, whatever it is, you may be pioneering something new or taking something to the next level, which makes sense because since you've been kind of leveling up energetically, the next step is to level something up in your physical material world, because what can happen is we grow too big for our life. Like, our life is smaller than the beings that we've become, and then you kind of have to pave the way to make room for that and allow your life in the physical material world to expand to your energetic level. And that takes time, right? Again, like I said, with this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it takes time. You're kind of right on the cusp of this new thing, whatever it is. But there's a lot of dynamism, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of ecstatic motion and moving forward. And it's paired with the Knight of Swords, which is the fastest moving knight of any of the elements. And so something may be coming in for you this week, but I get a sense that for many of you, this is you. You're kind of channeling this King of Wands slash Knight of Wands kind of energy where you may feel very inspired, in your belly, like a gut sensation of like inspiration kind of moving through your body and up through your mind, but you're also kind of intellectually on point. On point, your thinking is very swift, and you know what direction you want to go. I get this that very clearly is that maybe this week of gestation for you is you kind of lying low so that you can um, absorb whatever it is that you're learning and figure out what you actually want to do from here. But I get a sense that you don't spend a long time doing that, that you may kind of have a moment where you're like, oh, I know exactly what I want, and then you just go for it. So I'm feeling really, really good about this reading. Just make sure that you're not getting so inspired and so wrapped up in the dream and the idea that you neglect your everyday life, because you still have to be able to take care of that foundation and maintain that foundation so that whatever you do from here, you have a jumping off point, right? Also be patient, be persistent, but allow yourself to get high off this frequency. Allow yourself to get really inspired. Allow yourself to dream, and then come up with a plan of action from there and stick to it. And you guys are going to be great. This is a fantastic reading. So if you would like to schedule a private reading with me so that we can talk about your specific situation and how these energies are playing out for you, then click the link in the description box below and you can schedule a 30-minute or an hour-long session with me. Otherwise, please like this video so that other people can see it, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see the next Sagittarius video. And I hope you guys have a great August. Bye.